Welcome back, everyone. This dinner that I'm preparing tonight is a special dinner. My daughter surprised me. She came all the way down from Maryland to Florida for a visit, so I'm making the Julienne harlotte, which is the salt and pepper shrimp, and also we're going to need to have some vegetables, so I'm going to stir fry these ribeye steaks with a mixture of broccoli and soft tofu, and I'm going to add some thin sliced carrots for color. I have some beautifully marbled steaks there on the chopping board that I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. There's a Cantonese dish that was used a while back called steak Q, and that was like a steak with mixed vegetables. So this is similar to that dish, and I'll show you how I fix my steaks. I'm going to take the fat off of these ribeyes. You see they're beautiful steaks, they're well marbled. They came from Sam's Club. And the lip of the ribeye, I'm tracing around it, like so. And then I'm going to cut this in cubes, which is when it's steak Q, it's like chunks of steak. And then I'm going to put a little bit of marinade on it. With the, I'm going to use dry cornstarch, I'm going to use a little bit of the garlic and ginger mixture, and I'm going to use some sesame oil. And then I'm going to get the wok extremely hot, and I'm going to fry these cubes of steak medium rare. So you see the size of the steaks, about big chunks, so it'll be nice and juicy. Second steak I'm going to do the same way, trim the fat off. Cut around the lip again. Cut this piece of fat off. And we'll put this in here too. Maybe Benji will get that. Okay. I'm just going to use not too much dry cornstarch, just 1 spoon, heaping spoon. I'm going to squirt some sesame oil, pure 100% Kadoya sesame oil. Then I'm going to use 1 spoon of the garlic and ginger mixture, and I'm going to mix it up real good. You don't need to tenderize like a really good cut of steak like ribeye or T-bone steak. You don't need to tenderize it. You don't need to use any baking soda. The dry cornstarch is just going to make it have a little bit of a coating as you're frying this in a really hot wok with a little bit of oil. And then you'll take it out, and then you'll stir fry your vegetables, and you'll make the sauce, and then you'll add your steak back in at the last minute so you don't overcook it. And that'll be in part 2. I'll show you the actual stir fry process and what this dish looks like. It's very delicious, and you can spend a little bit of money for the holidays and splurge and get a couple of nice ribeyes. So stay tuned for part 2 of this lesson. Okay, now we're going to move on to the stir-fried steak, the steak Q. The wok is really hot, and like I said, you want this wok really hot. You're going to sear your steak. This will take maybe 2 or 3 minutes. can like sear your cubes of steak, of the ribeye steak on one side like I'm doing, and then like you can flip them over, or you can keep turning them. This is one of the times where you have a little bit of a limitation on the heat from the home stove, but if you have to be a little bit patient, and you can get this similar result. This piece of steak, this is how you want it. Just a little bit of a light, crusty brown on it. And you don't want to cook it too long. These are about maybe 3/4 inch cubes of steak, and you want to have it medium rare. Like all good restaurants that cook steak, they'll tell you they don't guarantee the tenderness of your steak if you cook it well done. I'm come from that same school. That's fine right there. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this on our plate. And let our wok get hot. Okay, I just tossed the garlic and ginger mixture in with the oil. We're going to stir fry that around, and we're going to add in our seasonings. A little bit of thin soy sauce. This one, the main flavor for this dish is the oyster sauce. You want to put about 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. And you want to have a nice rich brown color, so we're going to put a good portion of the thick soy sauce in there. A little bit of 100% sesame oil, maybe 1 tablespoon. Just a touch of pepper. And maybe a half a teaspoon of salt, because you're adding a lot of oyster sauce. And we're going to thicken this up with the cornstarch suspension, and then we're going to add the steak cubes back in. And with also with the tofu. Remember that when you use the soft tofu, you can't stir it too much or you'll break the tofu up. When you add these things back in, then you can adjust your flavoring. Like if the colors, you can make the color a richer brown. Maybe touch it up with just a little more oyster sauce. And again, once you add the steak back in, you want to finish the dish off quickly so you don't overcook your steak. And there you have it. A holiday dish for Christmas. Spend a little bit more money and get yourself some good quality ribeye steak. enjoy. I hope you like this lesson.